But let me turn off my AC so we don't have that annoying noise. That is live. We're going to flip the camera. Bonnie Brannick just subscribed. Thank you. Okay, refresh my screen so I can find my comments. Make sure my video is right. Mute that. All right. Say something. All right. Put this in the little mount. Messed with my light earlier, and so it's now all wonky. In my face. Hello, Miss Bonnie. How are you today? See, I'm gonna put my little mat here so we can see our colors. Hello, Miss June. Thank you, lovely ladies, so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. All right. Yep. Oh, a little bit more down. Okay. So today, I purchased some Technique Junkie stamps. Yes, you're very quick today. Technique Junkie stamps a few weeks ago, and I thought I would pull them out today. So I had got the grunge flag and the horse and the old wall, and when I saw the flag and the horse, I was like, I want them to go together. So we're going to see if we can stamp these together. And then I want to use this lovely brick wall with the raven. I love ravens. They are so adorable. And this, it's not everybody's style, I know, but I'm in love with this raven. So we're going to see if we can't put the raven, like I said, here, and the horse in here, and hopefully they'll be kind of quick. So we're going to start with the horse, and I'm going to pull out my 65-pound paper. Nothing fancy. You can use any size that you like, and I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Pardon me while I pinch my finger. Ow. Do Not Disturb. Somebody's sharing some links with me. Yeah. Okay, back out of there. Make sure we didn't mess anything up. Yes. All right. So what we're going to need to do is, I forgot to grab, I'm trying to think, I put it in a new spot so I wouldn't lose it, is my masking tape. Or masking magic. Oh, look. I put it in with my stamps. So we're going to use some of the Gina K Masking Magic. And it's basically a low tack tape. And you can put it down and cover up an area and then stamp over it, and it will not get... Don't hurt yourself. Yeah. Oh, I'm horizontal. That's because I fixed the phone. Okay. We're going to swing it down. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to slowly, so it doesn't change. Thank you, my lovelies, for telling me that my camera was all wonky. Make sure it stays like that before I lock it in. There's a lag, so it's just taking me a minute. All right, who do we have? We have a Jean popped in. Hello. And we have Melissa. Thank you, lovelies. And Kim in Alaska. And Debbie J. If you missed it, yesterday I was a guest on Debbie J's Crafting Corner. It was so much fun. We made 2 cards that were inspiration from Pinterest. She has a little voting thing on her Facebook and whatnot. Okay, why is this not popping up? I'm trying to find her so that I can share her YouTube with you guys. Oops, ta-doom. Control C and Control V. So that is Miss Debbie J's YouTube, and you can go check out her YouTube and get all the links for her other social media. It was a lot of fun to do that. Okay, so we're going to grab out our masking magic, and we're going to grab out some good scissors, and we're going to grab, I'm going to grab my Tim Holtz platform. Maybe. It's all stuck back in there. What? Okay. I like my Tim Holtz platform. It's a little bit bigger, and I just like it for the red rubber stamps. Let's be honest. I bought it for that. So with this, the Tim Holtz platform, you want to make sure you can read the word rubber, and that will be for all your rubber clinged, these guys, red rubber stamps. So we need the flag and the horse. And we want the horse in front of the flag. So we have to stamp the horse first, tape it off, and then stamp the flag. Okay, it's kind of a little reverse, but we'll get it going. So we're going to put you there. We're going to put you there. We're going to stick our paper right in here. And these are just some cheap magnets I bought. And put some tape on so I could get a hold of them. So what I want to do is I want to make sure the flag is going to fit, for one. And we can always trim down. So I'm going to make sure my flag fits there. And that is the horse right side up. And so I want the horse like this right there. So I'm going to set this aside. And then we're going to pick up the, forget what it is. It's a stamp. And you'll notice that it closes a little bit different. And there's nothing wrong with it. It still stamps beautifully. We're going to grab our inky inks. Okay. I should have checked that real quick. Hold on one second. Because I don't want to waste my paper too much. And we're going to slide it up just a hair. Because we need to put the ink on the masking paper. So we're going to give a nice even pressure. Okay. Oops, and I was off a little, but that's all right. That will be fine because, yeah, it'll still work. And that is okay that I got it there because the horse isn't moved. We're going to put it right in there. Jean, she's laughing. What is it? What's what? The horse or the masking tape? Okay. Give a nice even pressure. If that hurts your wrist, you can get your tool. This is an old wooden block that I got from Joann's for 50 cents because we're doing away with their stamps. I think it was for stamping. It was in their clearance. Oh, look at that horse. Isn't he beautiful? And I'm going to see if I can't get a little bit darker around the edges. There we go. Okay. So, that is so wonderful. Now, we're going to want to let that dry because this particular ink, the Versifying Clair Nocturne, it is a pigment ink. It takes a little bit to dry. Can we see the horse okay? Okay. And I can see, if I turn this sideways, I can see that it's still wet. And instead of getting my fingers in it, what I can do is take this to the side. I'm going to take a tissue right on top or another sheet of paper if you have scrap paper. Okay, you're holding the tissue in place. This is what they used to do back in the day. I'll blow on it. No, I'm not going to blow on it because then I'll spit on it. I'd have a boo-boo. Okay, and so it'll pick up all the little wet spots and dry it up for us. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut inside the stamp a little bit. Okay. Now the reason I'm doing that is when we stamp over this paper, I think I'm going to go up right into there and right to there and come up. When we stamp over paper, it's going to leave a little halo if we cut right on the edge. And our flag is kind of grungy, so I'm not too worried about doing the grungy. That's why I wasn't sad when I missed the mark there. So we're going to just trim, kind of see how I'm cutting some of that black off there. Okay, we're going to go right into the nose a little bit and swing around and catch this little part right there. So we've got that all nice and snipped. So we're going to bring this back. We're going to clean this stamp before it gets uber yucky. Yeah, not a boo-boo. Yes, you are guaranteed at least one boo-boo at every live, free of charge. Boo-boos are free. Okay, there we go. So now we've done the horse part, easy peasy. We're going to open up our masking tape. Okay. Depending on where you stamp and stuff, sometimes you'll get it right on the line. And her masking tape has a line down the center. And all that does is, if you find it, will help you peel it. Kind of like a Band-Aid. Okay. So we've got our nice little horse sticker. Now I'm going to try and line up the horse as much as possible. Because remember, we don't mind if it goes over a little bit. Get that muzzle on there. Get that in there. Okay. That'll be beautiful. And now we've got our wonderful flag. And I'm going to come up with it a little bit because I want to be able to have those stars up there. Okay. And this is a decision here. Do you do it black? Or do you pick a color of the flag and bring that in? Hello, Tracy from Not Afraid of Color. She says, hi everyone. I love horses. Horses are gorgeous, aren't they? So I'm thinking I'm going to bring in some red. Some game over for my flag. Or we can even do, let's see, the stripes in red and the stars in blue. So let's do some midnight snack for our blue. And this stamp is so well divided, we can do that. So you want to give a rub and a tap tap. Rub and tap. You want to do a combination so you don't get harsh lines. Okay, rub and tap. And then check for our fuzzies. This one's shedded somewhere. I seen it. And how I lost it. Okay, and then we're going to grab our red and do our lines. Just like so. Oh, this is going to be so fabulous. Okay, and our masking tape is on there. So we're going to stamp. And we have Sandy Visker, hello, and Maureen, thank you so much, ladies, for showing up today. Sandy, all I've done is I cut out the mask for the horse, and it wasn't perfect. We are going to have some overlapping, and it's going to be okay. And we stamped the horse first, masked it, and now we're stamping our flag on. All right. So we're going to flip this over. And the great thing about this is we can see right there, I didn't get a good connection. So I'm going to close this sucker right back up and give it a good compression. And then it picks that up. And I'm kind of not liking that right there. So we're going to push extra hard right there. All right. Oh, yes. See, and those colors, oh, they just look great for this. And so we can carefully peel our mask. And if we do this just right, we can save our mask. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm going to stick that little mask right to where the stamp goes. I'm going to clean this. Oh yeah, I should have done that on a card. Was I thinking? See, she says, I did the same thing with the soldiers from Deep Red. I'll have to, is it a video? Because Not Afraid of Color, she also has a YouTube video. She has a YouTube channel. Such a dork. Library. Nope. Open. Not Afraid of Color. See, I visit you guys so much. You guys are right on top. Control C. Open. Control V. And there is Miss... Oh. Nope. Posted on Technique Junkie Facebook. Ooh, I'll have to go look at it. I think I'm pretty sure I'm part of their group. Okay, so now you can be done or you can color. And I was thinking if we watercolored the horse, it would be really pretty. Let me put my stamps away. There's my flag. Why I put my horse way over there, who knows? Put the horse away. So that one's all done. We're gonna pull this off like so. We're gonna trim this page down. Since we didn't muck it up, we can use the rest. Muck it up. You can pull out your alcohol markers. Now, if you go to use alcohol markers with the Nocturne, you are definitely going to want to, okay, I can do that 4 1/4 easy. Make sure it's dry. Okay. So we're going to do the 4 1/4. There we go. So that's 4 1/4. And then, oh yeah, that's going to be 5 1/2 real nice. I'm going to trim it there. Oops. And 5 1/4. So this will cover the whole card. I can trim it down even more if I decide to later. I like to make those decisions after I do coloring. Okay, let's get some brown. We're gonna add some grrr. Oh, actually, I was watching, who was I watching? Kathy Zilski, CZ, and one of her viewers gave her a wonderful tip. You know, you guys, we buy those re-inkers and stuff. One of her subbies said, hey, if you use the re-inkers, you'll get a much richer color. So I'm gonna get my little container and find the brown. There's, nope, that's orange. Game over. Woof is gray. Triple berry. Oh, there's some gur. Okay. So, and I use the Simon Hurley ink so much, it was so worth it to buy the re-inkers. Okay. And I've had my ink pads a couple of months before I actually had to use the re-inkers. But beautiful stuff. Okay, so I'm going to find a water brush. You can use a paintbrush. You can use anything you want. A water brush is just that. It already has water for the brush. We're going to add just a couple of drops of some gur. And we're going to see, ooh, how rich is that? Can you guys see that? That's like, so we want to see how intense it is. Oh yeah, look at that. But I do want it more watery. Not too watery though. I'm going to get some extra water out just so I can pick that up. And then we're just going to come in here and paint the horse. And because this is just 65-pound paper, I'm going to try not to get it too wet, because it will definitely distort your paper. Okay, nothing fancy. You can take the darker right over those dark areas. Just look at that. Wow, you didn't even need a drop of that. It just, so rich. Oh, look at that. So another reason that re-inkers are nice is because you can use them like watercolors, and you actually don't even have to have watercolors if you have re-inkers. And I'm going to follow these dots. Nothing fancy. Look at that nice brown horse. And of course you can color your horse any color. You know, a horse of a different color. All right. My trimmer does that too, gets caught on the top corner. Yeah, mine just started doing that. So I'm finding that I might be the culprit in raising it too hard, and it kind of jabs it back into the side. I could see decal on that with some distressing edges. Yes, I do not have the decal trimmer, but there's a lot of options out there. Okay, so I can't waste that. You know me. That's a lot of ink right there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to set this beauty aside and let it dry. I don't want to muck it up. We're going to set you right there on the dry rack. Okay. Now, because that is a lot of ink kind of pooled right there, what I'm going to do is find my choppity chop. And I'm going to cut a 5.5. Nope. Something's wrong here. Will this do 5.5? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to do 5.5 by 4.25. And I should get 2 very nice panels right out of this. Like so. Okay. All right. Ooh, this is actually a good thing because we're going to do that brick wall. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our spray bottle. We're going to mist into that and kind of push that around. Grab your paintbrush, swirl that around. Okay. Get that all nice and in there. And then we're going to tap and twist. Tap and twist your paper. And we're going to just pick up all that luscious brown that we had there. And, oh, it's so lovely. And dry our mess. I'm going to pull out the heat gun because I'm going to use this with my a horse is a horse, of course. Unless, of course, the horse is the famous Mr. Ed. Okay, let me turn on my heat tool. get one of those alcohol ink well things and use the wells. It has a lid. Huh. I will have to look. Oh! One of these? That's a fabulous idea. Okay, let me dry this. When you're drying your paper, if it feels cool, then it's still wet. You dry it in the front and the back. Okay. Helps with the warping. Okay. And you'll feel it. It'll feel cool and stuff. And then you know, yeah. It's still wet. Spit that out. Okay. So, oh, poo. Okay, no, that should still work. We're gonna, that's the brick wall. But I was thinking, how do we want to do... Ooh, you know what? I'm loving this. I think we should cut this guy out. We'll stamp him in black, and then we're going to stamp a blue over it to see if we can't get it a black blue. She's yelling at me, no. About to ban my husband from my channel. Oh, Pam, the PJ Stamper, says, Elizabeth got the words right. I knew something was wrong when I was typing. Yeah, sometimes our brains and our typing get lost a little bit. Okay, and... Tracy has a tough time remembering names of stuff. Brain injury. I have a tough time with words. And remembering. And there's nothing wrong with me. Okay, so I think we're going to do a layered one, and we're going to stamp the brick, and then we're going to stamp this in our different colors and put that over the top. So we won't need the masking, but here's our decision. What color do we want to stamp that beautiful brick in over the top? And I'm thinking a reddish, brownish mix would be really beautiful. We're going to put that right there. I don't think I can. I'm going to set you right there. Get that lined up the best we can. Another brick in the wall. I have that CD. I'd like to get it on record though, because I have a new record player. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a black and blue bird. So if we have this brown, reddish, gray color. So what we're going to do, oh no, you know what? Let's mix some black soot. Where are you at? No, the light one. Which one are you? Hickory smoke. We're going to take a darker gray, okay? And whatever you have available. If you don't have grays, you can just kind of mix your colors. It doesn't matter. We're going to just put that, I'm rubbing in just weird format. Nothing spectacular, nothing well-defined. And this is going to bug the bejeebers out of me. I need this to stay put. So we're going to grab some low-tack washi tape. Maybe. We're going to grab a little bit of you, rip you down the center. I need you to stay put. There we go. All right, so we put a little bit of that hickory smoke on. Give some even pressure all over. Queen, yes. Gotta love the queen. Frampton Comes Alive. I don't know if I know that one. Jean says, I wish I had all my albums in 45s. I wound up with my dad's records. A lot of it I won't listen to because it's some of the country that really drives my brain crazy. Oh, look at that. Hickory Smoke. Now we're going to go in with some Game Over because I know this is a nice rich red. And we're going to just lightly skim the top. And so lightly, I'm going to take my towel and tap it a little bit. Just a little bit. But I've got a couple of his Elvis records, Johnny Cash and stuff. And then I also wound up with my mom's records, which include a record by Bruce Willis as Bruno. Bet you didn't know that. Little Mr. Bruce Willis did a record back in the day. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, do I love it enough to be done, or do I need to add more? Let me show you guys. Oh, so we did it in the Hickory Smoke, and we rubbed it all over. And then you can see it's not like full coverage. We're definitely getting that grunge look, and then we just brushed that red right over the top. 3 Beatles albums. Okay, so that, I think I'm really liking that. So I think we're done with that one. Super easy cards, right? You get these nice full backgrounds and super luscious designs, and they just make card making so easy. Okay. And you know, at Technique Junkies, they also have that Shimmering Bliss spray. And I was searching their site because they were having a sale. And what I did, when I found the Raven, oh, it's like, oh, I have to have that Raven. The Raven came as a set. You get the Raven. You get the little saying that says, Raven Nevermore. And then it came with 2 Shimmering Blisses. So I got a Worn Saddle and Smoldering Ash. Ooh, we should try some of this on our wall. I'm going to spray this in the trash. I probably shouldn't have shaken it that way, but we're going to do that over the trash can. And I'm about 6-7 inches away. Oh, it darkened it up. Ooh, I still like it though. Because our Raven's going to sit in the middle of that. Ooh, and it's so shimmery. He's going to look so beautiful on his blinged up wall. Ooh. Okay, so we're going to put that back. My little Nevermore. We're going to get one more panel so we can chop out our bird. Okay. I'm going to put that right there so we've got our Raven in there. Rebel here, never shake them right. I know, you just grab it and you're like, oh, I gotta shake it. It's like, oh, wait, I was supposed to be gentle. My bad. Okay, so we're going to do blue, black, blue to see if we can't get that blue to pop through the black. Okay, my sibling stopped playing it and just said point from Pam when it came up in the stack. I must have missed them. Last time I left Oregon with the Leonard Skinner with the Flames. Oh, they're playing something with Google Assistant. What? Wow, you guys got a lot of music going on. All right, okay. So we're gonna rub on the blue. give it a haircut. Okay. We're gonna put that down. Music trivia game. Gotcha. Okay, and I'm not worried about those spots. And I'm not even going to clean my stamp. I'm going to come in with the black. Again, rolling and tapping. Oh, he just looks gorgeous. We played Name That Tune. Other people play and you challenge them. Gotcha. I love that show. Seems to think the point of this time is stamping, not the chat. What? Oh, look at that. That's so gorgeous. Okay, but I am going to clean it this time because I want, and see, I can kind of see a hint of blue in there. So I'm hoping another layer of blue will show up. Okay, cross our fingers. Oh, stinking towel. Hold on one moment, please. I forget that towel leaves behind fuzzies. Like a lot of fuzzies. I don't need your stinking fuzzies, man. Okay, there we go. Okay, rub and tap. Rub and tap. Okay, here we go. One final put down. Okay. Ooh, I wish you guys could see it. There is a hint of blue. Probably nobody would ever really notice it, but I do. You can really see it there. These little undertones of blue. Oh, it's so gorgeous. He's so pretty. He's so pretty. I'm just curious if I want to add like a blue halo around him. I'm thinking that would be pretty. Need to keep the lint roller handy? Yeah, I have one from the dollar store I have, and I pull that out when I go to do my foiling. It's saved me quite a bit. Okay, we're going to set that aside. We're going to test the Midnight Snack. It might be too dark of a color. I'm going to test it right there. That might be too dark. I'm going to clean that off. And we're going to go with the Sidewalk Chalk, because this is more of a grungy, well, not grungy, but I call it a dirty blue because it's not like a vibranty bright blue. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, here we go. Just going to add some blue in there. So it's kind of a darkish blue. It's not really bright, and I am going right into the bird, but very light-handed. When I get to the bird and his branch, we just go light. Now I'm gonna trim up the edges, and then we're gonna ink those edges up. And does the live chat cost more? What? Shoot, I gained 300 hours with my 2 lives. That's huge. Can't Chat all you want, yes. Do you have to pay YouTube to do lives? No. You do not pay YouTube to do lives. I have not given YouTube any money. And to do my lives, even though I don't have the 1,000 subbies, I go through my phone, through another, the Streamlabs, and they don't, yeah, you need the 1,000 subbies to do the live from your phone without software. And that's why I use Streamlabs, so that I can go live. Now, I just tested my scissors, because if you chomp one way, it kind of leaves marks versus chomping the other way. And I'm going to follow along the dots. I am not going to make a straight. We're just going to follow along to what they've got going on. Yeah, I use Streamlabs. Yeah, you need 4,000 watch hours. I've almost got my 4,000 watch hours. I'm just lacking in the subbies. I got like 3,400 watch hours. Hopefully I'll get some new subbies. I'm going to start trying to make more videos and put them out there, the pre-recorded kind. And then tomorrow, if you guys are interested, and if not, I understand, I'm doing more Christmas cards. They will actually be for this month. The last 2 Christmas card lives were for the previous 2 months that I missed. But I'm going to pull out and dust off my Spellbinder's Glimmer Machine and try some of my hot foil dies that I've had and never used. Tell me something, Boo. Do you like fussy cutting? Actually, I do. But if I had a scan and cut, I wouldn't mind using that either. So on a live, people tend to stay because of chatting. Yes. You get a nice group of followers that get to know each other, and you become your own little like YouTube community. Like, I love my channel. It's still really small, but there's, you know who you are. You show up all the time, and I really appreciate that. Shh. The 6 will hear you. That's very hard time not chatting. Yeah, no, chatting, all that stuff is free because you make YouTube money, and that's why they don't charge creators, is because when you come in, they make money on all the links and the clicking and stuff that you guys do. So that's one thing. Okay, so do I want it? I want it darker. I want the edges like super dark. And we're going to tap, and we don't have to rub that ink into the brush. We want to tap and get a lot of juice on the very tips, and we're just going to scrape. And what that's going to do is it's just going to bolden that edge. And it's just like a little flick. Okay, it catches just those little bristles. Get those in there. And see how we have this beautiful edge, and then this one's kind of plain. We're just gonna and of course you can do this as thick or as thin as you want. Oh, just love that. If you're looking for an antique look, you can mix your browns. If you want a rustic look, you can mix your browns with a little bit of green or red, depending on your rust. But I'm loving that guy. He needs to shimmer though. You know that? Our shimmer sprayed. Our shimmer sprayed curled the paper, and that is because I'm just using the 65-pound paper, so it's really thin. Okay. Making it moody. I like that. Okay, it's paper. Look what, ooh, I just molded it a little bit. You can run it through your laminating machine. To do that, I would just give a light little mist of water, run it through the laminating machine, and it'll flatten right out too, if you don't want to wait or play with it. Okay, but my cards go onto a 120-pound card base, so that's going to help that flatten right out. I'm not too worried about that. We are going to trim this up. We're going to do something. We're going to stick that in there, and I'm going to follow the stamp, and I can see that it wasn't quite even, so I'm going to cut this side. If I'm using my guide, this side sticks out more than the other, so we're going to use our guide to get it all nice and lined up and cut. And now that's going to have a nice straight line, and then I can trim that. I don't feel that trimmed very good. Let's try that again. There we go. Turn that, and then that is going to be at 4. I think that's going to be just, I don't know. And then 5 1/4. So doing 4 and 5 1/4, it does leave a little area where the stamp isn't, and you can take off even more. It would just give you a bigger border behind it, which I grabbed the wrong panel. I don't want you. I want your top folder. We want the top folding. There we go. So it's going to give us a little border, but I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this. I'm going to trim it down even more. So we're going to get that right up in there. Okay, that one's good. Okay, now how that is 4, so we're going to do 3 75ths, and then that would need to be at 5. Okay, so now we have a nice smaller border. Oh yeah, I like that much better. It's so shimmery. Ugh. Trim down the card base too. Why would I want that? Someone from mine are crooked always. Anyways, yeah, I'm not too worried about that. That just gives them a place to open it. Okay, so let's glue this panel down. You can use glue, double-sided sticky tape, whatever you have on hand. It makes you happy. I like my Bearly Arts glue. Since I got it, I got refill, so I have 2 bottles. One bottle has my thick tip that I just used, and the other has, I think I want it this way, the fine tip on it. Okay. Now, look at me getting that just right. Now I'm going to flip it over and give it pressure. That way there I'm not rubbing on. Give it a nice rub down. Okay. Oh, and see, it was all bumpy mumpy. Well, it's a little bumpy there, but it'll be fabulous. Oh, look at that. That needs to be raised up though. We need to pull out the foam tape. Yeah. Okay, In the waste bin. In the waste bin. Okay. So we're going to flip our little guy over. Pull and measure. Grab my sticky scissors. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't know what I'm doing. We're doing something. And then one down the middle. Ta-da. I feel like I shorted this guy a lot. So we're just going to put one there. There we go. Grab our little tool. Hello, emptiness scrapper. Sorry. And Carmen. Tongue's looking a little tongue-tied today. Miss Empty Nest Scrapper, I was watching your channel the other day and I went to make a comment because it was a wonderful video and it was gone. You had your family on there and everything. What happened? I thought it was wonderful. I was giggling. You guys look like you were having a ton of fun. Oh, thank you. Ms. Debbie J put out a reminder to hit the thumbs up button. And if you like my videos, definitely hit that subscribe button. I do a live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And surprise lives, like tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be pulling out the hot foil glimmer machine. Oh, guys, I'm not sure. I don't want it straight, but I don't know if I want him. I want him this way. I lied. I knew what I wanted. All right. And just a little bit of loft, you know, and you can, if you want it thicker, you can always double up your foam tape. You can even buy thicker. Oh, okay, cool. So it's coming back. Gotcha. Oh, speaking of Empty Nest Scrapper, let me share her channel because she does, what do you call it? The Tidy in 10. And let me tell you, I love the Tidies in 10. Empty Nest. Do. Hey, why is she not right up at top? There you are. Copy. And paste. All right. So that one, easy. All we did is we picked up some brown ink smushing using our re-inker instead of the ink pad. And then we did a darker gray. You can even do it in black. And we did it very lightly all over the stamp. And then we very sparingly hit that stamp with some red. And so we get this red grayish brick. And then we spritzed it with some Shimmering Bliss worn saddle. Okay. And then we stamped our bird in blue, and then black, and then blue. And I know it's hard for you guys to see it, but it did. It showed up, and then with this blue around it, he just looks really dark and pretty. I love him. I could make a bunch of these, and they could be simple, like thank you cards, thinking of you. Really simple to make cards. Let's pull out our horse. I'm sure he's done drying by now. And this one we did first. We stamped the horse in the black. Then we masked him off, covered him up, and then we stamped the flag in the red and the blue. I just love that. And then we used the re-inker to color it because We heard a tip from Kathy Zilski that who heard it from somebody else, that the re-inkers are more vibrant when using it as a watercolor, and it did. It's just beautiful. And I'll let you know, if you're using your alcohol inks, watercolors, re-inkers, if you get an undertone and you're like, what? Something's wrong. No. A lot of colors, it takes two to tango a lot of times to make a color. So this brown has a very heavy red undertone. And so that's why it looks more reddish right there. And when you start to thin it out, that's when you get those fun alcohols where you use one color and it spreads and pulls. It's releasing all the colors that made up that color. And you tend to see more other colors when you thin them out. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just you're breaking down the pigments in there, and you can get some really cool effects. Now this, if you have the deckled trimmer, or I've seen YouTubers that have the ruler with the deckled edge and they can rip it, definitely something like this would look beautiful like that. I do not have anything deckled, but what I'm going to do is a torn edge. I don't want it to be trimmed. I want it to be torn. So I'm going to put my ruler down where I want my tear line. Okay, and you want a nice heavy ruler, something that's not going to bend or buckle. And we're going to give nice even pressure. Make sure we've got that where we want that. And then we're going to lift up. Okay. And so we've got this nice torn edge. And it's not perfect. It's not straight. I want that here. Right into that flag a little bit. Maybe a little too much, but that's okay. I'm going to set that right under there. Come on. So we've got this not perfect edge. Just like so. Okay. And now we want to distress these edges, but we want to do it in some browns. So I'm going to hunt down my browns. We've got antique linen. And where's the other one? There we go. Tea-dyed. Those are good distressors. And are you... Yep. I had to remember which one it was. And we're just going to pick up the ink. And this time I want it in more. So I'm going to brush in further. Okay. Whereas the other one, we just scooped the edge. Now we're going to scoop and drag. So we're going to drag that color right in there. Okay. Super easy effect. You can be done right there. I'm going to come in with some of the antique linen. And I'm just going to add some spots. Okay. Nothing fancy. Just add some spots. And let us darken it a little bit more right around the edges. We're going to take light, medium, dark. That's all you need. I am going to use Vintage Photo. And I'm going to hold it kind of at an angle and scrape. Because I want the scraping to actually come in a little bit so it catches. Okay, and we don't mind that it comes in too far. Okay, and if you want it in further, you just flick it in. Okay. I'm gonna pick up that brown. Might look good on a sentiment or not. We'll see. Okay, so now we clean and dry our area. Maybe get you put away. tidy up because my desk is getting a little full. Okay, now we're going to pick up a card base, and of course we don't want that kind. Now we want the other one. Okay, so we're going to get our card base, and because we tore it, it's not going to have a perfect going. And I'm thinking a band of color would be really nice right there. Oh, boogers. I'm trying to get into my my antique white ribbon. I'm thinking I thought I had something that was more normal antique. That's too girly. I don't want girly. So you can pull out some old ribbon, some old fabric, and I'm kind of liking that. But I feel maybe it needs to cover the whole thing, or maybe just be more in the center. Can we do this? I don't know. Got some weird stuff in here. Thanks, Mom. Well, that's deers. We don't want to put deers across it. But yeah, you can use pretty much anything you want. I'm really feeling a strip of color down the center would be fun. Like so. Yeah, I am kind of liking that. A craft card base. Ooh, that's a good idea. Hold on one moment, please. Ooh. Wait, where did I put that? Did I put it in the browns? Okay. Let me... That is not craft enough. When you said craft, that gave me this really great idea. Browns. OMG, I have a big, my drawer is like overstuffed with brown paper. There we go. Whew. I was thinking I had some burlap somewhere, but I'm not sure where I put it. Go figure. Okay, but I did pick these guys up, and here's that lovely craft. Oh yeah, guys are good. Guys are good. Yeah, inking the edges. The first time I did it, it was a disaster. It's a little flick, and you just go easy. I watch Gail Augustinelli, I think her name is, and she does junk journals, and she grabs her little dauber and she just. And I'm like, how on earth? She could have done this in half the time it took me to do it. She's really amazing. Okay. So, I'm liking that. But do we want... Yes, we do. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to cut a craft card base. Because I don't have craft card stock, like 120 pound. We're just going to cover our front of it. And I need to go this way because we're going to go 4 1/4. We're going to cut the smallest amount off first. So that's 4 1/4, because that always leaves us a bigger portion. And then we're going to find that 5 1/2. 5 1/2. Although I should have probably cut it the other way. That's going to cover our whole card base. And then we are going to go insane here. Stay. Okay. Thinking. Sit down. Yep. There we go. That's that thing that it needed. You guys were right on. It needed some brown in there just to help that. And all I did was I took a pattern paper, whatever you have. You could even probably make this. Just tan some paper and then use a circle stencils. And now get the sewing machine out. That would look really cool if you got that all stitched on there. Yeah. Okay. But we are going to make the edges on this straight. So I'm going to put that on there. And where's my glue? Oh, I put it away. Look at that. Okay. So we're going to set that right there. And I can know that I can go right there. A little too thick right there. That's all right. Okay, and then we're going to adhere this right to the edge, like so. And it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? You can get glue everywhere, it's okay. And we're just gonna trim that off. Flip and trim. Or send it through your cutter, no big deal. And then we have another piece. We can easily duplicate this card. We saw how fast it was to make. I'm going to clean up my little glue mess though. Okay, super easy. Loving this. You guys are so helpful. Thank you. Glue myself. Okay, and do we want to pop the horse up on top? I'm thinking that would be cool. Okay. And there we go. I'm just going to set that on there. TR's place. Hello. Thank you for joining. All right. And then here we go. Oh, look at that. But yeah, I think we need to raise that up. It's a good night for foam tape. And with all my chatting and everything else that's going on, it took me a little over an hour to make 2 cards. That's not bad. And once you have your design down, say like you want to mass produce this, you can make so many cards in an hour. Just assembly line it. So you would do all the ink smushing, all the stamping, all at the same time. Okay, you don't switch out your stamp until all your panels are stamped. Okay. And then, that's why those are my glue scissors. They get all mucky muck. And then just start putting it together. If you wait to the end to put everything together, it works so much easier. There we go. Let's peel our stickies. Maybe. Come on. Play nice. There we go. Or not. Sometimes don't know what it is about this red stuff. It doesn't like to peel. I think I'm going to buy a different brand next time of the whiter stuff. This is the Arteza one, and their release tape is terrible. It's like it doesn't want to let go. Okay. So if you're worried about positioning, you can peel most of the tape, okay, and get it kind of positioned just where you want it. You can see that tape helps keep it up. You can adjust it. And then you just reach in and pull your center ones out first, then your ends. And voila, you have another done card. What do you guys think? Similar supplies. We used the browns, we used the black, we did a little bit of masking. Hi, Jonna. Thank you for coming. Debbie J says she gave up on the Arteza tape, just using foam from Amazon right now. I have to say, I love the Amazon thin stuff that I bought. The 1/8 inch and then the 1/4 inch, they peel really nice. And they've got a good stick to them. But yeah, I think as soon as this red roll is all gone, I'm going to go to the bigger one on Amazon. Save from pulling out my hair. Maureen Pryor, where in LI? Pam from Lindenhurst. Hurst originally. LI. Okay, I'm terrible. LI. My brain went to a blank. Where is LI? Or is it... Such a dork. Long Island. Oh, okay. I've never been there. Scotch 3M tape. All right. Nice low profile. Oh, I'm buffering. Oh dear. All the New Yorkers knew that. Yep. Okay. All right. Any questions? Oh, she lives in Seattle now. I lived in Seattle for a hot 2 years. Went to art college. Cornish College of the Arts. And dropped out because I had really bad anxiety. Okay. Better price on everything since I use so much. Yeah, right? You want to order some horse cards? Well, you can definitely email me at chatwithsassy. Oops. Chatwithsassy at gmail.com. I can do custom orders for ya. Actual Bellevue, not Seattle. I had a friend that lived in Bellevue. My car died on the bridge over there, and we were all towed off the bridge while stuck in my car. Yeah. Yeah. Bellevue, thinking of the insane asylum, you betcha. Ballard. Yeah, I kind of know where Ballard is. My family migrated to Longview, Washington. My parents lived in Kelso, Longview, and then I moved out to the Spokane area, Colville, and then had a mental breakdown and moved to Ohio. And now I'm here. Yeah, parts over on the West Coast, they have some really gorgeous areas, and everybody's like, why go to Ohio? It's so ugly over here. You know, where we are, there are some beautiful forest areas. The trees are pretty. It's really nice. Brandon now just moved from Largo, Minnesota, here in Wisconsin, not Bellevue. Used to live in Coeur d'Alene. I've driven there a couple of times. Idaho Falls. Haha, I know all those places. I was born in California. We moved to Oregon, Eugene, Oregon, when I was young. And then when Mom and Dad got together, we moved to Longview, Washington. And I stayed there for a lot of years. I grew up in Idaho because 10 soldiers and Nixon coming. I'm not sure that reference. But, oh wow, I've had you guys here for 76 minutes. I'm so sorry. If you do like these kind of videos, please hit the like button and the subscribe. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you'd love to see song about. No, me no sing. Hello, moved to this godforsaken place from Oregon. Yep, I had lived in Oregon for a little bit with a friend. 9/11. She called me while I was sleeping in. And tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, I will be here doing some more Christmas cards. Hopefully, crossing your fingers. I'm going to be using my hot foil machine. Already liked and subscribed. Woo woo. Who? Okay, that song. Who are you? Or CSI, right? The original CSI. Who are you? You guys get songs stuck in my head. All right, my lovelies, thank you so much for stopping in today. And again, if you have questions and you do want to see something specific, go ahead and ask. I am working on a video for a friend of mine. We'll see how that goes. So keep an eye out on my channel, and we will see you next time. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and thanks for making mine so much fun. Bye-bye.